Well, hello there. My name is HW.
Hey, I'm the Sooze.
Sooze, today we're talking about fun with filters.
Yeah.
Cool Kemper filters.
Wild EQs.
That we're just making, with the graphic EQ. Yeah. That's right. And, we talk about a lot of times we talk about EQ, but in another video we were talking about how when you apply a little bit of EQ, it's like you just make a little change to your sound. I just want a little less bass.
A little bump.
Little bump here, little bit there. Then you keep going. It's like, whoa, did I turn that P90 into a single coil?
Yeah.
Whoa, it's just something else. And then you go even further, and it usually sounds bad. It's like, that doesn't
Too
sound
far.
right. Too far. Too terrible.
Right.
But then you keep going, and eventually you get into, that's kind of awesome again.
Yeah.
And it must be intentional.
Right.
They must hear it.
Yeah.
And they meant to do that.
Yeah.
So today is like about telephony kind of sounds and weird stuff. And that's why we're playing, we were playing that ambient thing in the beginning, and I've got two sort of EQs here that are forming this filter. I've got one before and one after, and they're the same. Now, it's a lot more powerful in the back end, and let's show them that. So we'll have them, but basically all I'm doing with these EQs, I'm dumping everything. 80, you're dumped. 160, you're dumped. 320, you're dumped. 640, you're dumped. 1250, you're boosted, you're up.
All right.
2500, you're up. 5,000, sorry, you're dumped. 10,000, you're out of here.
Extreme.
Just knocking them down, shooting them down, Sooze. And that's because we want this sort of sound. Now, I did that for both of these. Okay, so here is just the normal guitar by itself. We're playing this ambient thing. We'll turn it off in a minute, but I like it because it shows an application where I think this kind of thing works.
Yeah, sure.
You know? Powerful, man.
Yeah.
Super
Big
powerful.
Change. Yeah.
I mean, this one to me kind of tells you we're going smaller. But this is a cool thing I like. Like, play this one more time. Play it on the neck even so we get the warmest sound. But you can hear how there's really no low end. And to me, I go, man, if you're an ambient guy, a worship guy, this is where you'd want to...
Yeah.
Maybe you go, do I need all the lift of the low end?
Totally.
You know? All the...
Right. When a full band going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's already a lot of people going boom, 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 boom. And then you got someone on the keys going,
Yeah.
He might have a tuba. And that, to me, really takes away a lot of the oomph.
Yeah.
Where maybe you don't want that muddiness, or maybe you just want to be small. You want to stick out in a part, or maybe that's just the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take all this stuff off, and maybe you're just playing some sort of give me little chords with that. It's going to be dry, but that's okay. It's so messed with.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a Strat.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like Nile Rodgers playing that. It sounds like you got some filter on that guitar.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I'm saying?
I would call that like an attention grabber sound.
Yeah.
You know, like check out this thing, you know?
Look, you come over here and you go, let me put a little effecty effect on there. And look, like a phaser. And we go, here we go, Eddie, Stone 1. Let's go Stone 1. And let's hear that. Now we'll put a little phaser on here. it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It is pretty wild. We got a lot of pokiness up here in this one. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to bring this down. Watch that. Well, try this. Try this. There's just all sorts of
That's really cool.
sounds in there, you know, to take this guy off. And here's a good example. We were over here, and I was playing with this 2500.
Yeah.
This higher mid-range, man, is like, it's what you get in like the mid knob on a Marshall. It's pretty high, but it's not all the treble-y stuff.
Right.
And there's kind of a big distance here, like between the 25 and the 5000. Now, the reason the frequencies double when you watch a thing like this is because it's the distance between frequencies would appear that it's doubling faster, that it's going up like this. But it's because each frequency is referring to how frequent a string, right? Like your low string vibrates. Every one vibration is 2 vibrations of the higher string.
Oh, right.
It's half
an octave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So same thing here.
Okay.
To get to the next frequency, we're doubling the frequency.
Yeah.
So here we've only jumped 80 hertz. After this, we're jumping 160. We're jumping 320. We're jumping 640. We're jumping 12. Up here, we're jumping 5,000 hertz. But it's actually not that much distance. But, there's a lot of... I like the 3,000, the 4,000 as a treble-y type of thing. We don't always get the exact thing, but you get this sort of high mid-range-y treble thing. And up here, it's real pokey, spiky. And back here, it's real kind of darky, whatever, you know? In the front, it doesn't bother me. But back here, some of these frequencies can get real harsh.
Okay.
But that's just the nature of, like, putting things on plus 12 or minus 12.
Right, you're going to hear them.
But that's also what gives it that very defined sound.
Yeah.
It sounds unnatural because nothing naturally would have such a crazy peak.
Yeah,
you
totally.
know?
Yeah, useful, though, for, like, intros and outros and, like, little... Like shaping your guitar in a smaller way or staying in a lane, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And you totally on your, you could program these to the same foot switch, turn it on for a part on your on the stage or on your remote, and there you go. Here, play it on and off, and I'll give you, we'll go all the way on and all the way off. You get used to all the low end being gone, and then all of a sudden it comes in.
It's like big,
and it's just crazy big. It's just crazy big. So you could go out and buy a something really fancy, some big like a microcosm,
right?
Or what's that one I got? The Chroma console. Half that stuff's just filters.
Yeah, just making it sound.
Sometimes
weird.
They're awesome filters.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Sometimes there's an envelope with it, and there's some
and
other
combining
things going
with
on.
like wet effects and wiggly effects.
Yeah. But it just sound. It's a great way to. Here's a little dirt pedal. Actually, let's try this with some dirtier stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll turn this stuff off. I'll just turn the verb like way down.
Yeah.
And let's just hear some like. Here we go. We got a decent amount of gain, right?
I hear it rumbling already.
Yeah, look, it's already loud. It's wild.
It is. It really is wild.
It really is wild.
Yeah.
There's so many. It just completely changes the tone.
Right.
You know, it goes from Marshall to like that little Marshall amp you wear on your belt.
Yeah.
Like a beeper.
Yeah.
You know, and then back.
I'll shout out our friend Matt here, who uses the EQ a ton, and I've been studying all his inspired by stuff, and I'm really realizing like this is something that may separate like a novice to a pro. Like, and I've played the guitar a lot, but this is a guy that tours and does that kind of thing. So like the use of EQ is like, okay, now I kind of get how that's one leg up shaping the sound, and like even from preset to preset, that EQ is always on doing something, which is, I've learned a lot from that. So
it's always there. It's always there. There's always a little massaging going on.
Yeah. And this is quite a bit of massaging.
Lot of massaging. Yeah. This is like beating
deep
a
tissue.
Beating a dead horse, I was going to say. But,
even more massage.
Different meeting.
Wow.
So here we go. This is the 68 PA 2.3. It's a great sounding profile.
Yeah.
And if you want to make it sound nothing like itself, you hopefully have learned how to do that from this video. I've been
Filters.
I've been HW. Let's turn on every single effect.
Yeah.
And see what Sooze can give us. Actually, I'm just going to randomly start turning stuff on.
Cool.
Here you go. I'm HW.
See ya. I've been Sooze. That's a good sound just by itself.
Just go from E to D, like down to it.
What are we doing?